As you guys probably know by now, W.A.D.E Concept and KSI had a falling out, but what exactly happened? To give you guys some context, KSI owns a company called Misfit Boxing that focuses on influencers boxing. W.A.D.E started working for Misfit Boxing in spite being offered a better deal at Kingpin. W.A.D.E himself said that he wanted to join Misfits because he wanted to help grow a company instead of joining one that was already established.
But the offer came in again to work alongside Sensei, and I went to Mams Taylor as recently as this week with that offer because no, I'm not under contract with Misfits. I'm not even under long-term contract with DAZN, but I was trying to build and I was trying to establish that long-term deal by telling Mams Taylor I want to be involved long-term with Misfits and DAZN. I want to help build this scene, but I can't do this thing back and forth where I'm in purgatory and there's this deal on the table. I'm bringing it to you to say, I don't want to go do this.
So when W.A.D.E started working for Misfit Boxing, he got to work doing interviews, he was commentating, and just making content to help grow Misfit Boxing. So W.A.D.E passed up more money, more exposure to help build something. Keep that in mind. Now here is where all the problems got started. After Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury, KSI has been very vocal about wanting to fight Jake Paul. Now with W.A.D.E being a journalist, he talked about KSI and Jake Paul potentially fighting, but in his personal opinion, he thought Tommy Fury and Jake Paul would sell better. Unfortunately, KSI really didn't like his opinion. So KSI tweeted that this guy's two-faced, he's a people pleaser, and just doesn't know anything about boxing. When he started getting a lot of backlash, he made another tweet saying that he's not overreacting, that this was a gradual build-up. Later, KSI goes on his podcast to apologize to W.A.D.E kind of.
The reason why I was like, he's two-faced is because behind the scenes, he's there like, this tag team idea, brilliant, I love it. And then online, he's there like, not sure about this, don't think this is a good idea, da-da-da, da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you 1 minute you're saying you like it to me in private, and publicly you're saying what the public want to hear.
KSI continued calling him two-faced and he continued calling him a people pleaser. Overall, he's attacking W.A.D.E.'s integrity, and when you're a journalist, your integrity is very important. Shoot, the most important thing about a journalist is their integrity. So when KSI says that this journalist is two-faced and he's a people pleaser, he's saying that this journalist has no integrity. It is a damn good thing that W.A.D.E kept all of his receipts.
None of this has happened. What I said about tag team boxing on camera is the same thing that I said behind the scenes, and I can show you guys on screen now that I have the receipts to prove it. January 28th was my tweet about tag team boxing, where I said, and I think a quote tweet of Fred's, that I needed to see it, but on the surface of it, I didn't like it. I only have two ways of contact with KSI. One is when we see each other in person, and two is through Twitter DM, which we're going to get into in a second. But the last time that I DM'd KSI up to that point was October 14th. And also, in person, the last time I had spoken to KSI was January 14th, 2 weeks before rumors started to circulate about tag team boxing. And then the announcement was made on the 30th, and as soon as I saw it was real, I saw they were actually doing this, I sent a text to Mams Taylor. Hey, Mams, just wanted to let you know I'm recording a video on this tag team idea. I'm going to be honest with the people. Just my opinion, but I don't like it. And I go into why, but that's all. And then Mams Taylor says, you never mentioned that to me when we spoke about it, and maybe I could tell you more about it before you do that. I guess he meant to say, so you have the full picture. Mams Taylor and I never spoke about tag team boxing, and I never once told Mams Taylor it was a brilliant idea that I loved, which is why I said in my reply, we never spoke about it. We spoke about a pro tournament that you had planned. All I heard of this was rumor until today. I'd gladly hear more about it for sure. Just doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Then he said, okay, we'll talk before you post so you get the full picture. So yes, I was open to hearing more about tag team boxing, and we did sit down and talk that night, and that was the very same night that I recorded the Breakdown podcast with Sensei and had these things to say about tag team boxing.
The reason you have to tag out is because imagine someone is faking like they're going to go tag, right? Like they step into that circle, they turn, boom, throw the right hand over, you know? You could get some like safety issues could be a real thing here. This is why this, like, again, I told everybody involved, I need to see this before I really make a judgment on it.
So KSI, you flat out lied here.
If that is not integrity from a journalist, I don't know what is.
W.A.D.E, he just wants to constantly
be on everyone's good side, as a journalist would.
Yeah, he's got to play the game. That is his job role and his whole thing.
But I guess, obviously, that's going to rob me the wrong way.
Of course. But the public don't have that full story.
I don't know who the sidemen are. I don't know what their relationship is to KSI, but all of these guys seem so scared to tell him that he was wrong. I can't imagine disagreeing with somebody's opinion. I proceed to slander that person, like blatantly make things up about that person, and nobody in my circle tells me I'm wrong. I don't know about you guys, but I get checked when I don't say please when I ask for something. Hey, Dad. Yeah? Can I borrow one of your pens real quick? Excuse me? My bad, Dad. Can I please borrow a pen? Hey, Dad, can you grab me one too? Yeah, because that's how we ask, huh, son? My bad, Dad. Could you please hand me a drink too? There you go. Forgetting your manners, son. Oh yeah, let me see my change back. Can I please get my change? Probably the worst part is that KSI fired Wade.
So I've told the mans about him on firing you. I think that was a bit far. My outburst was uncalled for, so my bad. I'm sorry for the tweets. However, I just don't feel comfortable talking to you, fam. We can be civil publicly, but your comments just rubbed me the wrong way, just like Kavos does or other people. You can have your opinions, go crazy, but it don't mean I have to like them.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, he got fired because he has an opinion that his boss doesn't like. Keep in mind, he turned down Kingpin to help build Misfit Boxing and was fired for doing his job. After all the receipts were shown and the backlash just kept piling on, KSI made another apology. Now, something kind of funny in the video is that KSI admits that he doesn't even really talk to Wade.
You know, beforehand, I would always be hearing stuff from Wade through other people. It was never be me talking to him directly. We'd always just be talking indirectly.
KSI was actually receiving the information from his manager, Mams Taylor, who isn't fired. Weird. Anyways, KSI apologized. He said he was way out of line for tweeting what he did, and he even offered Wade's job back. But Wade has different plans. Shoo, I do the same thing. I personally believe Wade being fired over his opinion was just a straw that broke the camel's back. Just by the way the sidemen were talking to him, it doesn't seem like he likes being told when he's wrong. And Wade is not a yes man to KSI.
I think Swarms is a better fighter than Alex Versace.
Really?
Yes, because at least he can get into the ring.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, what about Alex? Where's Alex?
Yeah,
couldn't even make it into the ring. So
listen, you know, obviously Alex is got the concussion issues. We want to make sure that we are sensitive to that.
I mean,
it is what it is, right? We move on.
I mean, Jake Paul's clowning on him.
I did see that.
Jake Paul's clowning on Alex, even though that's his guy.
It's his representative. I don't know what happened.
He's also invested into an energy drink that on a surface level could be compared to Prime. It's nothing like Prime. That would be like comparing Red Bull to Gatorade. They're not the same drinks. But with Wade investing into a drink and KSI investing into a drink, I can definitely see how there's some sort of tension there. I wouldn't be surprised if that also helped motivate KSI to fire him. I'm not saying those are the sole reasons why I think he was fired. I'm saying those definitely didn't help. Now, do I think that KSI was actually sincere in his apology? Hell no. KSI tried ruining his career with lies. Just flat out lies. Well, his manager was the one that gave him the information. Sure, but a couple of things. One, he truly wasn't all that upset by his manager blatantly making stuff up. As a matter of fact, he said his manager just made a mistake. He didn't blatantly lie, he just made a mistake. And two, he still works for KSI. Mams Taylor is allowed to make huge mistakes on his end, but Wade, he better have the same opinion as KSI. I don't buy it. I wholeheartedly believe that Wade was just pissing KSI off behind the scenes. And I believe KSI is only sorry because he got caught doing something slimy. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you guys believe that KSI was sincere in his apology, or do you guys think that he was just doing it just to get the backlash off of him? Be sure to let me know in that comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and everybody, just remember, I am a nobody from nowhere, so really, what do I know? Peace.
Yeah.